Well, it is a time for us to chat a little bit about my trip to Ireland. You know how excited I am about this trip. Been talking about it, been telling you you need to come along. And it's coming up in October. And I also brag about Colette Tours all the time. And this guy, Mitchell Mack, who is helping us to coordinate everything. And he's been such a wonderful help. And he's with me this morning. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Top of the morning, Pam. Doing well. How about you?
I'm doing great. Look at you throwing in the Irish. See, you've been there before, right? So we can take it from you in person that you know what it's like.
I have. Yeah, I actually did this exact same trip back in 2022. I've had the opportunity since I've been with Colette to travel to 38 different countries, and I can confidently say Ireland is right at the top of my list. I would go back year after year if I could. It's just that special of a destination.
Yeah, and that's what everybody tells me. Everyone who's been there say this is a very special trip. And if you have the opportunity, you should not miss it. You should not miss it. So, and I feel like I've told you many, many times, I feel very comfortable with the fact that Colette is handling all of the big details for us as we make plans to get this off my bucket list, so to speak.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've been doing this a little bit now. This is our 107th year in business, taking people and showing them the world. You know, they love the experience, one, because of our history, and two, they get there and they don't have to do anything. It's just you unpack your bags and you let us at Colette do all of the worrying for you because everything is pieced and put together. You know, your only job is basically just to go, enjoy the bucket list trip, and have the time of your life at the end of the day.
Yeah, and that's what I'm looking forward to. Now, this is October 18th through the 27th. But we need people. If you're, we know there are some folks out there that are on the fence, but they've got to get the information they need and decide what they want to do, right?
Yeah. No, this is kind of last call, so to speak. We're getting to the end where we've only got a limited number of seats available. So for the folks that are still, on the fence, encourage you not to wait until the last possible second to get on the trip, because the last thing that you want is for this trip to be on your bucket list and then realize that you waited too long and then you end up being shut out and not being able to actually get on this trip of a lifetime.
So tell me a little bit about the places that we're going to see, where we're going to go while we're in Ireland.
Yeah, I mean, where do I start? This tour is truly something that, it has it all. You've got one of my favorite cities, the city that you start out in, Dublin, staying in a fantastic city center hotel called the Riu Grisham. It's perfectly located. You step right outside the hotel. You're within walking distance of all of the sites, restaurants, shops, everything you want to see is kind of located centrally right around you. And then once you get outside of the city, that's when the country, in my opinion, starts to introduce itself to you. You become familiar with why people want to travel to Ireland, why it's nicknamed the Emerald Isle, because you're doing amazing things like, visiting the Blarney Castle, having a chance to kiss the Blarney Stone, doing a bucket list item, which is visiting the Cliffs of Moher, these stunning 700-foot cliffs that jut out of the Atlantic Ocean. You do what's considered to be the most scenic coastal drive, not just in Ireland, but in the entire world, when you do the day driving around the Ring of Kerry. And then you do amazing cultural things like visiting, a local sheep farm, which on the surface, it doesn't seem like a wow factor, but it was so cool getting to, see what a working sheep farm is actually like, see the sheepdog actually in action. Not to mention fantastic Guinness. We visit a whiskey distillery. We see tons of castles throughout the trip. And then we kind of put the cherry on top at the very end, because after seeing all these amazing castles, learning about the history, we actually stay on the grounds of a castle called the Cabra Castle, which is absolutely spectacular. I guess it's one of the highlights and a perfect way to, wrap the trip up in King's Court the very last night.
Yeah, and I have, I have the itinerary obviously, and so I will go on YouTube and Google some things, and and search some things, and I'll find them, and I'm like in awe of this, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I'm going to get to see this in person. I mean, it's pretty fantastic, and I love all of it. Um, and we will have some free time as well, correct?
Yeah, that's the beauty with our tours, especially. We doing this as long as we kind of have an idea of what our guests are looking for. They love that structure. They love that everything is taken care of for them. They know that they're going to see the main highlights of the trip, but then we build in so much free time that once you get comfortable with the city that you're staying in, and you've got the lay of the land, we cut you loose, and you've got enough free time where you can make the trip exactly what you want it to be. If there was something that was not included in the tour that was on your list of things to do and see, fantastic. You've got enough free time built in, and you've also got your own personal concierge being the tour manager that's with you every step of the way. In my opinion, that's one of the beauties about doing a guided tour, is you've got that resource that's there locally to say, hey, maybe on one of the free nights, I want to eat at a certain type of restaurant, or I want to see a museum that wasn't included in the tour. What would you recommend? And the guides are fantastic about pointing you in that right direction. So you've got even more of that comfortability factor on the trip.
Yeah, I was looking up restaurants and things like that, and there was a place called Jackie's, which is my mom. That's my mom's name, and it's on Francis Street, which is my dad's name. And I'm like, okay, there's something beckoning me to visit that place, on my free
It's
time.
destiny.
Exactly.
Got to visit that place.
So I know people are wondering, how to go about this. We'll take a break here, and when we come back, we'll talk about exactly the steps of how people can find out more, ask questions, and get signed up for the trip. We'll do that here coming up in just a few minutes.
Shop the Power of Savings flooring event at Hosner Carpet One today. Choose from select carpets, hardwood, luxury vinyl tile, and area rugs with savings up to 50% off. Experience the power of shopping that's simple and stress-free. With expert advice, helpful tools like our room visualizer, and zero-interest financing for 18 months, it's easy to see yourself enjoying your perfect floor today. Flooring you are guaranteed to love, only at Hosner Carpet One, serving this area since 1966. See store for complete details.
Hi, this is Rhonda from Rhonda's Furniture and Mattress. Is it time to replace that old recliner? We have a huge selection of recliners from leather and leather looking to upholstery. Our furniture brings style and comfort, and Rhonda's Furniture has power lift chairs starting at just $699. From the kitchen to the bedroom, Rhonda's Furniture has it all. Visit us off Route 30 in Downton or online at rondasfurniture.com. It's worth the drive from wherever you are.
Listen up, fellow Gen Xers. Elizabeth Banks here. The recommended age for pneumococcal pneumonia vaccination has been lowered to 50 and older, even if you're healthy. It's up to us to lead the way. We've done this before. Music videos, fanny packs, even the World Wide Web. Let's do it again and get vaccinated, because we're at over 6 times greater risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Gen X, this is our shot. Visit vaxassist.com and schedule a vaccine today. Sponsored by Pfizer.
This is a story of the one. As a maintenance specialist for university housing, he knows college students can major in wear and tear. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Grainger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast, dependable delivery, Grainger carries the quality products he needs so he doesn't have to. From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Listen up, fellow Gen Xers. Elizabeth Banks here. The recommended age for pneumococcal pneumonia vaccination has been lowered to 50 and older, even if you're healthy. It's up to us to lead the way. We've done this before. Music videos, fanny packs, even the World Wide Web. Let's do it again and get vaccinated, because we're at over 6 times greater risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Gen X, this is our shot. Visit vaxassist.com and schedule a vaccine today. Sponsored by Pfizer.
It's tax season. By now, we're all a bit tired of numbers, but here's one you need to hear. $16.5 billion. That's how much money in refunds the IRS flagged for possible identity fraud last year. Now, here's a good number, 100 million. That's how many data points LifeLock monitors every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed. Save up to 40% in your first year with promo code CLAY. Visit lifelock.com. That's lifelock.com, promo code CLAY. Terms apply.
Start healing sooner. When you need surgery, Altman is here for you. More board-certified surgeons in more locations close to home, offering state-of-the-art procedures. All here for you, and all here at Altman.
Fireside Tax has been doing personal and business tax returns for over 20 years at half the price of the national chains. Fireside Tax carries audit and identity theft protection and a $2,500 preparer error guarantee at no charge. Come visit Fireside Tax at their new location near Central Catholic on West Tusk, or visit their website at firesidetax.com. Fireside also provides flat fee accounting and payroll. Fireside Tax, providing professional tax, accounting, and payroll services since 2004.
Yeah, boss asked us to get the Ohio Lottery kiosks ready for the new $20 scratch-off, $2 million extreme cash. With $38 million in total prizes, we had to go big. We had cup holders, monster truck tires, even installed air horns in case somebody reveals the extreme symbol and wins every prize on the scratch-off. Boss thinks the light show's a bit much, but gotta celebrate $2 million top prize winners somehow. So yeah, play $2 million extreme cash from the Ohio Lottery. And if you can tell my boss I did a good job, that'd be cool too. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Think tax return, think new flooring. Use those tax return dollars and turn them into your next home project and get new carpet, luxury vinyl, or hardwood. Think tax return, think new flooring at Bob and Pete's Floors on Tuscarawas Street in Kent.
You gotta go to Bob and Pete's for Happy Feet.
All right, we're going to finish our conversation here with Mitchell Mack with Colette Tours, and we've been talking about the trip to Ireland that you can join me coming up in October. Really excited to be going on this trip. And so why would people pick this trip, Mitch? Why would they pick it? There's a lot out there. There's, places to go.
Yeah, so I'll talk about why people would want to travel to Ireland in general for folks that maybe haven't been before. Ireland, in my opinion, is one of the most naturally beautiful countries, not just in Europe, but in the entire world. And it offers so much of something for everyone. You've got history, you've got culture, you've got medieval castles. If whiskey is your thing, some of the best whiskey distilleries in the entire world. It's an extremely safe country. And I think that, ultimately the big draw with Ireland are the people. Some of the best, most friendliest people that you'll ever meet in the entire world. You walk into a pub, you sit down, and immediately the locals, they want to start talking to you. They want to know your story, especially, Pam, like yourself, if you've got Irish heritage. Yeah. It seems like you just go and it's one big happy family and everyone kind of has the same mindset. And I think ultimately that's why you want to travel to Ireland, and you want to do it with a premium company. You want to have a premium experience like Colette offers. You don't want to cut corners, because at the end of the day, this is a bucket list trip. And I think that, there's a reason why Colette has been around as long as we have 107 years, is because we give that premium experience people are looking for. At the end of the day, they come back happy and they don't have any regrets with the experience, which is ultimately what you want in a bucket list experience.
Yeah. And I have shown the itinerary and everything to people who have been there, and they're like, oh, this is a very special trip. This is great. Pam, this is a great trip. So anybody who's thinking about it, absolutely, we're going to get to the point where, like you said, there's a limited number of seats. So talk a little bit about what people need to do. How does this work? How can they sign up? That kind of thing.
Yeah, there's a couple of things that people can do. They can go to whbc.com and click on their dedicated trip web link. Very simple. You just click on that link, go to the top left-hand corner, click the sign up now button, and it's going to walk you through a very simple online reservation process. Or if you prefer to talk with a member of our team, you can always call into our dedicated 800 number. And that number is 800-581-8942. And you can refer to booking 127-2918. And our team can also help answer any questions that you might have, as well as help you get signed up for the trip.
What do you think are the biggest questions that people have when they're, considering whether or not to book such a trip?
I think that a big question is, what is the quality of it? Where are the hotels, that sort of thing. So with our hotels, we're very transparent. When you hop on the trip webpage, all of our hotels are listed right up there because, like I said, we're a premium touring company. We want to brag on not just the quality, but the location of these hotels. They have questions about, hey, maybe I haven't traveled to Europe before. Is it safe to go to Ireland? And the answer is absolutely. One, Ireland is an extremely safe country. And two, especially our travelers, they feel safety traveling with a group. They feel safety having a tour manager that knows these cities, these destinations inside and out. And then we kind of chatted about it. They want to know, hey, how much free time is included? Can we get away from the group? Can we go and do our own things? And the answer is absolutely. So those are some of the big questions that I usually get asked about the trip.
Yeah, it's the best of both worlds, really. It's very flexible. And, I went and looked at the locations of the hotels and then found them online. And I mean, they're fantastic. There's just nothing to not like about this trip. And I again, for everyone listening, I would love to have you travel with me. And I think it'll be a lot of fun. The folks that were at the meeting at the library, and that was a great group of people, a lot of fun people there. So hopefully we'll get some more to sign up as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun group, and you guys are gonna have the absolute trip of a lifetime. I'm jealous that I can't go with you.
I know. I'm mad that you can't go with me. All right. So 800-581-8942 is the direct number to Colette. And also, like Mitch said, you can go to WHBC.com and the link is right there. It'll take you to the Colette page where you can sign up and get all the information. And the seats are limited. And so if you are on the fence, be making that decision real quick here because we want to get you to be able to come along. Mitchell, thank you so much for coming on today. And I know we'll talk again soon. I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. It's never a bad way to start out your day talking travel, specifically Ireland. So thank you so much.
Thanks.
Time is ticking and your dream home's waiting. This is Steve Struckle, Mortgage Loan Originator.